Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH The Flame Emperor episode number 207 based on novel. So let's start. You two, back off. Take him without any accidents. Ghost face and soul inflammation, I will naturally deal with it. Even if the blood demon envoy turned into a blood-red mass, he still said something to the two envoys around him arrogantly. Wang, this is it. The next moment, Xiao said directly, it was obvious that the guy was wrapped in blood demon gold energy, and Xiao had some news about this guy, so he couldn't help but wonder. Gorefiend gold chi is the source of the blood demon envoy. It is extremely precious to the Gorefiend envoy. The use of such a precious thing on a human being is enough to prove that this guy's identity is extraordinary. Gore demon. Ghost face Soul Yang looked at a small gap that suddenly appeared in the cyan lava, and couldn't help shaking his head. This ghost face and soul seal is powerful, but as the spirit of holy flame, you cannot fully exert its power. Furthermore, this place has been devoured by our Gorefiends for too long, and the evil spirits are already rampant. The Gorefiend said slowly. Really? But today, it's not certain who will kill the deer. The next moment, after the ghost-faced Soul Yang finished speaking, the blue flames flourished, and a wave of world-annihilating power burst forth. Ha ha ha. Ghost-face Soul Yang, I am also an old opponent, as a respect for you. This time, I will completely destroy your beliefs. Then looking at Ghost-face Soul Flame, the Gorefiend said the same. Without further ado, watch out. Hand of Ghost Flames. After a while, the ghost-faced Soul Flame shouted loudly, and then a dazzling cyan flame suddenly burst out from his body, forming a cyan-colored palm of 100 feet in front of him. On the cyan palm, mysterious cyan runes and traces of ancient lines appeared quietly. What a tyrannical attack. Seeing this, Xiao frowned immediately. For an attack of this level, if Ghost Face and Soul Flame were directly used to attack both of them, I'm afraid they wouldn't even have a chance to fight back. Strong attack. The Gorefiend made the blood mass move slightly, and then uttered a sentence. But, it's not enough. Gorefiend golden energy, give it to me. Then the next moment, a sharp voice suddenly echoed in this space. As soon as the blood demon emissary's voice fell, a blood-red aura with a hint of gold suddenly emerged from his blood group, and then he was attacked by the Ghost Face and Soul Flame. The two forces, one positive and one evil, just came into contact, and the violent storm suddenly dissipated. However, the two forces were extremely powerful, so there was no winner in a short period of time, but the cyan lava at the feet of the Ghost Face Soul Flame was sending out extremely violent fluctuations, as if it was extremely violent to the power of evil. Repelling, wanting to devour it. Happy. I didn't expect your strength to be so tyrannical, Ghost Face Soul Flame, I really underestimate you. Not long after, the blood demon golden energy and the hand of Ghost Flame shattered, and the blood demon emissary roared. This guy is really strong. Seeing that the two attacks just now were evenly matched, Ghost-face Soul Yang murmured in his heart. The attack just now was actually evenly matched, because neither of them used their trump card, it was just a tentative attack. Bloodfiend, I have to say that you are very strong. But at this time, you are only half of your strength. If I can't even deal with you, it would be too ridiculous. Ghost-face Soul Yang slowly shook his head and said. That's it. So, do your best. The Gorefiend made the blood mass squirm slightly, and a powerful aura continued to emerge. As you wish. Holy Flame territory. The next moment, the ghost-faced Soul Flame flashed with a strange cyan flame all over its body, and then circles of cyan ripples suddenly emanated from its feet. And the next moment, with the actions of Ghost Face and Soul Flame, the entire space has undergone qualitative changes. This is. Where is it? Xiaoyan's strength was quite weak, and he couldn't help asking when he felt an incomparably powerful suppression in this strange space. This is a field of its own. The Holy Flame has the Holy Flame space, and this Holy Flame domain is a more powerful space than the Holy Flame space. In the Holy Flame realm, if one is not careful, I am afraid that I will also fall completely. When the four Gorefiends found out that Ghost Face Soul Flame had used the means, the original cyan lava disappeared without a trace. They entered a new space. At this time the Gorefiend said in a deep voice. So strong. Xiao, who was beside him, couldn't help but say. It's very strong. But we have him, it's all in vain. In this mysterious realm, the Gorefiend has no fear, and his pupils are also surrounded by his own Gorefiend's golden energy. Silhouette. Gorefiend, here will be your best graveyard. After summoning the Holy Flame domain, Ghost Face Soul Yang slowly turned his gaze and said word by word. Being able to use the Holy Flame domain by the Holy Flame Spirit can be regarded as worthy of me. But I don't believe this is so evil. As soon as the voice fell, the dazzling blood on the Gorefiend became more and more solid, and then with a few bangs, a figure the size of a child slowly emerged from the Gorefiend's body. Out of the blood. Gorefiend, you really are despicable. After seeing this scene, the always calm ghost face Soul Flame couldn't help but burst into a drink, because with the power of the Holy Flame, he could clearly perceive that the blood finds the appearance of a child is astonishingly formed by absorbing the blood of countless human beings. And at the child's chest, a looming red light also appeared. The Holy Flame domain has the power to suppress and destroy the evil races outside the domain, but if it meets some children with pure hearts, I am afraid that it will be broken in an instant. Human beings are indeed a group of very delicious creatures. In the mouth of the little child, a rather strange voice sounded slowly. At this point, Ben Yang announces with the spirit of Ghost Face and Soul Flame. Gorefiend, you will be suppressed by me. As soon as the voice fell, the entire dark space suddenly became bright, and the blue flames that were incomparably coercive, like powerful weapons that slaughtered evil, flickered directly. Stand up. Ha ha ha. Ghost Face and Soul Flame, don't think that you can suppress me if you have a domain. I will give you back the shame I suffered back then. When the Gorefiend made the child's voice fall, his palms suddenly stretched into his chest, and then without any hesitation, he squeezed it suddenly. A powerful beating blood, the red heart slowly appeared. With the heart of a man. Destroy the domain. With a soft sentence, the child suddenly smiled brightly, and the next moment, his palm suddenly squeezed, and his heart was broken instantly. And the heart just shattered, and suddenly a strong force spread suddenly, and with the Gorefiend doing this, the azure Holy Flame in the Holy Flame domain was like a small fire encountering a flood, and it was instantly wiped out. Ghostface Soul Yang, now I'll see how you are doing. After doing all this, although the Gorefiend weakened the child's body a lot, he still said with a smile. When the Blood Demon Envoy and Ghostface Soul Flame were at a stalemate, Xiao Yang and his party also slowly came to the outer periphery of the seal. What's going on here? When the four of Xiao Yang came to the sealed place, they could only see the cyan lava, and in the cyan lava, a gap slowly appeared. As for the center wrapped by the cyan lava, it is a huge pothole with 4 small and 1 large. This is where the Holy Flame suppresses the blood demons. I just don't know why, the atmosphere here is a little weird. And in this cyan melt, there is a very strong sealing power. Xiao Yi frowned on the side, and then looked around. Through his observation, he found that there are some large and small energy residues here, which was apparently left over from the battle not long ago. Hide quickly. Before Yang Kai could speak, a shocking scene slowly appeared in the cyan lava. This is. And with Yang Kai roaring like this, the 4 figures immediately hid themselves, and then watched this scene from behind the rock on the side. Ghostface Soul Flame. Your domain has been broken, and you without the domain are not my opponent, so let's capture it. At this time, as the child Gorefiend used his heart to completely shatter the domain of Ghostface Soul Flame, the handsome face of Ghostface Soul Flame, there was a hint of solemnity. Gorefiend, you are so despicable. To condense the heart with human blood. Ghostface Soul Yang couldn't help cursing. Ever since I was suppressed by you, I know that this is the only way to destroy your realm. Based on human essence and blood, condensing the heart is the biggest nemesis in your field. The little child said something strange. King, let's do it. Funxiang Pavilion and several strong men are coming here. They have 3 holy flames. Seeing the blood demon envoy facing the ghost-faced soul flame with great interest, the ***** sky on the other side couldn't bear it. Live reminded. 3 holy flames. The Gorefiend heard the words, and his voice was filled with a sense of oppression. The power of the holy flame, the Gorefiend is clear, just 1 flower can suppress him, if not for some life-saving means, I am afraid that the Gorefiend will be completely obliterated. There are 3 flowers in a row, I am afraid that the full power of the Gorefiend is here, and he is extremely afraid. In that case, it's time to end. The Gorefiend heard the words, and a cloud of blood-red gas slowly emanated from the baby's milky white palm. And this blood-red gas just appeared, and the power of the entire space suddenly became manic and restless, and even the cyan molten slurry with the powerful sealing power showed a trace of fear. I am afraid that this blood demon golden energy can instantly kill the powerhouses at the peak of Dodi. When Xiao Yang, who was concealed, saw the fluctuations in the blood demon emissary, he immediately understood, because Xiao Yang knew that it was blood. The devil's blood devil golden energy is also its most powerful means. Do you need to take action? Xiao Yi also said solemnly, he knew Xiao Yang's need for Shenyang, so he said. being not. However, this gore fiend is extremely powerful, and there are two other envoys whose strength has reached the initial stage of the 8-star Do Emperor. If the situation is not right for a while, you can protect Mu Yingying and Yang Kai. And in Yanqi's body, I don't know why, I always have a strange feeling. Xiao Yang said in a deep voice, but when the blood demon golden energy appeared on the palm of the blood demon emissary, he clearly smelled the one belonging to Yang Kai. The holy flame soul species became restless. Okay. Xiao Yi also nodded lightly. I didn't expect this gore fiend to be so powerful. It is said that the gore fiends possess an extremely evil practice, which mainly devours the blood of human beings, and cultivates to the greatest extent, which is enough to rejuvenate the youth. Looking at the appearance of this gore fiend, I am afraid that the cultivation is also close to the culmination. This is tricky. Yang Kai's eyes were slightly cold, and he said to the evil child in front of him with a chilling meaning. Gore fiend, I won't let you succeed. Seeing this, ghost-faced Soul Yang saw the power of powerful blue holy flames emerge directly, and then an indescribable wave was slowly born. Ghost-faced Soul Seal. With a loud shout, countless wandering ghosts and wild ghosts were immediately wrapped in blue holy flames, and then blasted away from the ghost-faced soul flames at the gore fiend. Ghost Qi. Seeing this scene, even Shuetian's eyes became hesitant, because they didn't know at all, when did this ghost-face soul flame master the power of Ghost Qi? Ghost face and soul flame is the flame of the ghost world, so it's not surprising that you have mastered Ghost Qi. At this time, the gore fiend said dignifiedly. At this time, the gore fiend turned into a human child, but he knew that his current strength was only a part of his peak period, and it would undoubtedly be difficult to deal with the ghost face and soul inflammation. Blood demon gold Qi. Blood stains the sky. The next moment, the gore fiend gave a loud shout, and the blood-red gas from his fingers suddenly converged into a long spear of 100 meters. Ghost face and soul seal. Give me a seal. And on the handsome face of ghost face soul flame, there was also a ferocious appearance, and then the abnormally flickering cyan flame wrapped with a very strange ghost energy, turning into a wandering ghost, right with that amazing blood gun attacked away. Boom boom boom. The spear with astonishing light and countless wandering ghosts just collided with each other, and suddenly there was a huge shock. A circle of ripples with invisible coercion suddenly spread out from the attack center of the two, like a raging beast. This gore fiend is actually so tyrannical, with only half of his strength, fighting against the holy flame spirit. Then the next moment, that Yang Kai spoke slowly. King. Looking at the two people who were constantly fighting in the Shuetian and Shueshuan were both worried. After all, if they were sealed by this thing once, I am afraid their plan this time. It's all in vain. The spirit of ghost face and soul flame. The last time I was defeated by your move. But the same loss, this king will not suffer twice. So, it's time to end. Then the next moment, the child's figure of the gore fiend suddenly became extremely bloody. Drops of scarlet blood flowed out of the child's body, and then directly faced the ghost face in the sky. Soul flame burst out. This guy is crazy. And when he saw the gore fiend so crazy, there was a look in the eyes of the ghost face soul flame. This scarlet blood is the source of the blood demon, even a drop is enough to cost him decades of cultivation. Death to this king, the gore fiend roared in the sky, his voice full of evil intentions. I can't get it out. Ghost-faced Soul Yang just wanted to turn his head to deal with the blood power of the gore fiend, but was directly stopped by Shuetian and Shueshuan. Ghost face and soul inflammation, it's time to end. As soon as Shueshuan's voice fell, a monstrous evil force emerged, and then resisted the ghost face and soul inflammation. And the next moment, when ghost face Soul Yang slowly closed his eyes and was about to do something, a very loud voice echoed in this space. Gore Demon Clan's chops are really annoying. The blood demons are really annoying. Xiao Yang's voice slowly echoed in this space, and then Shuetian and Shueshuan were too surprised when they were suddenly struck by a huge ruler with the power of khaki flames. Mang directly shook back dozens of steps. He Fang Xiao Xiao? Shuetian shouted angrily, and then his eyes kept moving. The voice was somewhat familiar. This person's breath seems to be a bit familiar. The blood demon's scarlet blood power slowly emerged on his palm, but he did not release it immediately. After all, this thing is equivalent to human beings themselves. Every drop of blood essence contains extremely powerful power, and every drop of use will cause a lot of load on oneself. Although the gore fiend had enough confidence to seriously injure ghost face Soul Yang, but now that there is another Xiao Yang, it is impossible to be strict. What a little bastard. After a while, the gore fiend child suddenly laughed. For the evil races outside the area, kill them. Xiao Yang undeniably smiled when he heard the words. His whole body was enveloped by the khaki-colored source of holy flame, and a dangerous aura permeated. Boy, don't say I didn't warn you. This Gorfiend is the strongest of the Gorfians. His strength is comparable to that of your human beings. Now you are not his opponent. Even if he only has half of his strength now. Appearance, the soul-devouring talisman in Xiao Yang's body hurriedly spoke. After all, the soul-devouring talisman was also afraid of Xiao Yang's sudden move, because he was still living on Xiao Yang's body. Don't worry, I have my senses. Xiao Yang said softly. Wang, the second envoy and the fourth envoy were obliterated by this kid. The next moment, the Blood Star stared at Xiao Yang resentfully and said, This kid, the breath is a bit familiar. Are you one of the guys who killed my Gorfiend left guard in the desert mountains before? After a while, the Gorfiend spoke slowly, his voice full of doubt. Desert mountains, it should be. Xiao Yang also calmly said in the face of the pressure of the Gorfiend. Sure enough. But your act of throwing yourself into the net is undoubtedly the most stupid. After the Gorfiend finished speaking, his figure swept away, and he walked away to the two of them, obviously planning something. Are you all right? Xiao Yang stretched out his hand to support Ghostface Soul Yang's body not far in front of him, and asked. Fine. The master of the holy flame, is it finally here? Seeing this, Ghost-faced Soul Yang couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. Although the strength of the guy in front of him was not strong, the genuine holy flame in his body made Ghost-faced and Soul Yang all over the place. Wei Wei is happy. After all, with only 2 holy flames, it is not impossible to kill the Gorfiend. This Ghostface Soul Flame is really powerful. It can actually make my fire heart Tianyang produce such strong fluctuations. The palm gently helped Ghostface Soul Flame, and suddenly a huge pressure came. Go ahead, kill them all. After a short while, a pain flashed in the eyes of the Gorfiend, and he said something to Shuetian and Shueshuan behind him. Xiao Yang, I'm here to help you. Then the next moment, Mu Yingying's figure flashed directly, and followed Xiao Yang. Hey, don't go. Then Xiao Yi just made a move to stop Mu Yingying, but she was easily resisted by the azure power of holy flame on Mu Yingying's body. Power is also helpless. This girl is really worrying. Yang Kai shook his head slowly. Don't go, just stay here obediently. Xiao Yi said cautiously. Xiao Yang, I definitely want you to die. Xue Tian and Xue Xian looked at each other briefly, and then the dazzling evil power erupted directly, surrounding Xiao Yang and the two in tandem. Why are you here? Xiao Yang had long made Xiao Yi take good care of Mu Yingying, but after all the calculations, they still didn't count. With Mu Yingying, who has holy flame, Xiao Yi had nothing to do with her. I'll help you. Mu Yingying said playfully. What is the etiquette for girls' families to fight and kill? Xiao Yang's voice became severe, and he said in a different voice. They are very strong. I don't trust you to be brave alone. Mu Yingying's big eyes full of spirituality flickered a few times, and then said timidly. Your body is special. As a fellow senior brother, I have the responsibility and ability to help you stop this. Xiao Yang just wanted to say something, but was attacked by Xue Tian and Xue Xian and had to stop. Mother-in-laws. Suffer to death. Shuetian directly raised his head to the sky, and then the dazzling attack was about to attack. Boy, the Gorfiend can stop me for a while, and the others will ask you. After ghost-faced Soul Yang finished speaking, he directly entangled with the Gorfiend. Brother, leave this sky to me. At the next moment, Xiao Yi's figure also flashed. Those blood mysterious, I'm with you. Mu Yingying just wanted to speak, but was interrupted by Xiao Yang. Senior Yang Kai has a special status, you should go back and protect him. Don't worry, none of these guys can escape. Xiao Yang said with a smile. But, Mu Yingying wanted to say something, but said helplessly. Do it. Seeing Mu Yingying hesitate to speak, then she returned to Yang Kai's side. Xiao Yang and Xiao Yi, including Ghostface Soul Yang, met the 3 powerhouses of the Gorfians at the same time. No. Xiao Yi won't be able to last long like this. We must fight quickly. Xiao Yang's thoughts just turned suddenly. The majestic soul power kept secretly condensing in his body. Xiao Yang, give me death. Xue Xian was chosen by Xiao Yang as his opponent, and he didn't have any sense of fear. Xue Xian's figure exploded, and the evil black energy in his body whistled past him continuously. It's good to come. Seeing this, Xiao Yang didn't dodge in the slightest. He directly bumped into it with his body, and closed his eyes. Boom. Loud noises continued to emerge. Although Xue Xian's attack was powerful, to Xiao Yang, It was ticklish, and Xiao Yang's figure suddenly wriggled like a ghost. Soul fighting skills. Yu Mingtian is stunned. However, in the next moment, just after the sound fell, a silent and destructive attack suddenly shot out of Xiao Yang's body towards Xuexian. What is that? Xuexian just saw Xiao Yang's pupils suddenly open, and a fear filled his heart. Not good. Xuexian, go back. But the next moment, the voices of the Blood Demon Envoy and Xue Tian suddenly sounded. Late. Xuexian, the third envoy of the Gorfians, gives this Emperor Yang, fall. Xiao Yang's ferocious voice slowly echoed in this space, and then that soul force suddenly hit Xuexian. Bang bang bang. Just after hitting Xuexian's body squirmed violently, and he didn't speak, and then the next moment, it exploded directly, turned into a blood mist that covered the sky, and directly destroyed, even if it was the power of the soul. There is not a trace left. Bastard. 3 consecutive angry shouts suddenly emerged from Xue Tian. As the head of the 4 envoys, Xue Tian is naturally very good to the other 3. Now the other 3 envoys have all fallen into the hands of this human named Xiao Yang in front of him, making him extremely angry, gnashing his teeth and wishing to dismember Xiao Yang's 5 horses. Xiao Yang's soul attack directly destroyed Xuexian, mainly because Xuexian had no means of soul defense, and coupled with the tyranny of Xiao Yang's soul attack, it was naturally a one-hit kill. But Xiao Yang also I know that I am afraid that I will not be able to use soul attack in a short period of time. After all, this method of killing the enemy in seconds is tyrannical, but it also has its drawbacks. It is good to kill with one blow, but it is only one blow. Power cannot be used a second time in a short period of time. Humph. Don't try to escape my attack. Xiaoyi, who was surrounded by Xue Tian, saw Xue Tian so angry, and immediately realized that something was wrong, and said slowly, the gorgeous flame was condensing, and immediately attacked Go and tried to trap this guy. This guy, such a tyrannical attack. The corner of Yang Kai's mouth was slightly condensed. Obviously, Xiao Yang's huge attack just now caused him a lot of shock. Yang Kai asked himself, even if it was himself to deal with that level of attack, I am afraid that it will be seriously injured in an instant, not to mention that the strength is only the blood Shen of the 8-star fighting emperor level. What is that? At this moment, Mu Yingying was standing some distance behind Xiao Yang, but she couldn't help opening her mouth when she saw the figure wrapped in blood-red aura not far behind the Gorfiend child. With her perception, she was shocked to discover that this figure wrapped all over the body was even more dangerous than Xue Tian. Gorfiend, it looks like today. Ghost-faced Soul Yang, who was fighting against the Gorfiend, saw this scene and couldn't help laughing. There was no doubt that Xiao Yang's blow gave the Gorfiend that arrogant arrogance. Small suppression. Don't be too happy too soon. The mistake that this human being put down will be repaid sooner or later. After the childlike Gorfiend finished speaking, the light all over his body skyrocketed, and then the two attacked. Although this soul attack is powerful, the load on oneself is too high. Xiao Yang said slowly as he watched Xuexian and the human body it occupied disappear without a trace. Xiao Yang, I slaughtered you. The next moment, Xuexian's pupils became bloodthirsty and red, and then his whole body exploded instantly, breaking through Xiao Yi's suppression in one fell swoop, and roaring towards Xiao Yang. Boom boom boom. Bloody Heaven's evil red palm contained extremely powerful power, and immediately hit Xiao Yang, but a miraculous scene appeared. Choke choke. At the next moment, a shadowy figure appeared directly in front of Xiao Yang, and then the silver-white fairy sword swung directly at Xuetian's several swords. Phew. Good good. You are deceiving people too much. Blood array diagram. The next moment, a frantic look appeared in Xuetian's pupils, and then he ignored everything else. A trace of the original power emerged from his body, and then shouted at Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying. Not good. Xiao Yang heard the words, and just wanted to push Mu Yingying away, but a sense of weakness came from her body, which made her unable to move. Fall into the abyss of evil, feel the destruction. After Xuetian finished speaking, a small sheepskin scroll surrounded by blood-red rays of light slowly appeared in the palm of his hand. And when the blood-red sheepskin scroll appeared, the ghost face and soul inflammation on the other side became ugly, the blood demon clan formation. This is something that has really killed a fighting fairy. The next moment, Xuetian and Xiao Yang, including Mu Yingying, were directly sucked into the blood-red sheepskin scroll. It won't happen, right? Seeing this, Xiao Yi frowned. Probably not. Both of them have holy flames on their bodies. But this blood demon clan formation is not an ordinary thing. Yang Kai said slowly. Ghost face soul flame, I'll help you. Then the next moment, relying on her trust in her eldest brother, Xiao Yi said directly, and after finishing speaking, she projected towards the Gorfian's battle circle. It's good to come. Seeing this, the Gorfiend envoy, although the pressure has increased greatly, is still very calm in dealing with Ghostface Sol Yang and Xiao Yi, and no matter how powerful Xiao Yi and Ghostface Sol Yang are attacking, the Gorfiend envoy can next. As for Yang Kai, he stayed quietly aside. Where is this? And since Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying were sucked into the sheepskin scroll, they suddenly came to an extremely unfamiliar space, and in that space, there was boundless darkness, and in the darkness, a suffocating evil spirit tried to devour the two of them cleanly. This should be in the Gorfiend formation. Xiao Yang swept his eyes around, and then said, with the strength of his spiritual power, he could smell a trace of the formation. Are you okay? Mu Yingying disagreed with what Xiao Yang said, and then asked with concern. I'm fine, the soul attack that I just performed consumed too much soul power, and now I can barely recover some. Xiao Yang said with a smile. What should we do now? Mu Yingying lost her mind for a while, and then asked since it's a formation. Then use the formation to deal with the formation. After Xiao Yang finished speaking, a trace of fire also appeared in his pupils, and then the core inscription of the divine movement that had been hidden in the Ni Gong Wn slowly appeared. The core inscription engraved with countless tiny mysterious runes just appeared, and the evil aura in this space suddenly gave off a smell of fear. What is this? How can it generate such a powerful force? Xue Tian, who was hiding in the dark, saw Xiao Yang's appearance, and couldn't help but hesitate. Blood heaven. You blood demons will be evil. Today, I will send you 4 brothers to reunite. Xiao Yang said in a coercive voice. After speaking, without any hesitation, the core inscription of the core of Shendong's life directly burst into a dazzling light, illuminating this special formation space. After a while, a circle of hot fire waves suddenly radiated from Xiao Yang's body. This is also the power of the formation. At this moment, Xue Tian's face was completely solidified. The formation and the formation. That's how fun. Breaking the immortal silk and vine array, break it for me. And when Xiao Yang's last words fell, in the boundless darkness, a fiery aura also radiated out. Ignorance, child, you will pay the price for your arrogance. Xue Tian, who was hiding in the dark, said something, and then he pushed the blood pattern in his palm, trying to obliterate the two of them directly. That's not necessarily true. Xiao Yang immediately laughed when he heard Xue Tian's evil voice. The beam of fairy silk and vine array, give me the town. After a while, Xiao Yang said directly. As soon as the words fell, incomparably large cyan vines emerged from the dark sky, and on top of the vines, Xiao Yang added a huge power of holy flame. Although your formation is strong, it's futile to find me. Next, I'll show you the power of our blood demon clan's formation. Xue Tian's voice was full of contempt. And just as Xue Tian's voice fell, there was a wailing in the entire space, which was quite miserable. I found it. At the next moment, Xiao Yang's pupils finally, with the help of spiritual power, locked a certain point in this space where Xue Tian had just spoken, and said, Go. As soon as he opened his pupils, he immediately controlled the incomparably huge vines and blasted away. Boom. In the dark and evil space, the cyan vines wrapped by Xiao Yang's holy flame's power just attacked that mysterious place, and immediately a trace of scarlet blood flowed out. Good boy, but after being hit so hard, the aura of the sky became weaker, and then he stopped hiding and appeared directly. It's just that Xue Tian was no longer human at this time. His body was enveloped by a black evil aura, and on that hand, a red light slowly appeared. Although I don't know what that red light is, it's very dangerous. You mustn't let him take action. At this moment, Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes flickered slightly, apparently sensing an extremely dangerous smell. Xiao Yang, I have to admit that you are very strong, but that's the end of it. After Xue Tian finished speaking, a sinister laughter suddenly came out, and then a violent commotion came out of his body. Xue Tian, what do you want to do? Said the last remaining will of the Xianling royal family in Xue Tian's body. Tian Gan. This is the end of the matter, so you can go on at ease. Your 3 brothers are already waiting for you below, so it won't be long for your eldest brother to stay here, right? Xue Tian said savagely. Asshole. You can't trust the evil people outside the realm. Tian Gan heard the words and was furious. He just wanted to exclude all the power of Xue Tian, but he found out that at this time, whether it was soul or body, he was surrounded by Xue Tian. Close to assimilation. Ha ha ha, a joke. If it weren't for our 4 envoys, I'm afraid your Xianling royal family would not have what they are today. So you can have today, thank us. The power of our alien clan is not so easy to obtain. Since we have already tried the sweetness, let's return it all. After Xiao finished speaking, he ignored the 3721, stretched out his arm, and swarmed directly into the heart of the body. The knife fell in his hand. Without any hesitation, a strong beating heart appeared directly in front of Xiao Yang and Mu Yingying. It's really despicable, Xiao Yang couldn't help but say when he saw this. Although the Xianling royal family's 4 heavenly congregations and their burning incense pavilion have a deep relationship, they have not yet really fought against Xiao Yang, and they have been completely wiped out by the Gorfians. Blood array diagram, bloodthirsty array. After Xiao finished speaking, he directly crushed the heart, and then a violent commotion came out from his body. Suddenly, the entire space exuded some extremely evil intentions. Of blood. Scarlet bubbles slowly emerged from the blood-colored space, but the blood-colored gas was like a poison that erodes the mind, and it was extraordinarily enchanting. It seems that the immortal silk vine formation can't deal with this blood formation map. Xiao Yang saw that so much blood-colored gas suddenly appeared in this space, and immediately put away the formation and the core inscription of life, shook his head and said, "I have a solution." However, at this moment, Mu Yingying suddenly laughed. What's the solution? Xiao Yang just wanted to condense the power of the two of them to try to break through here. Hearing Mu Yingying's words, he became curious. Holy flame space. Mu Yingying said a little while watching the blood-colored gas that was condensing around her vigilantly. Holy flame space? What's the use of this thing? Xiao Yang couldn't help asking. Hehe, this holy flame space is an extremely powerful place. If it is used properly, it may be enough to kill Xiao. And the blood sky is very strong at this time. Only with the help of the suppression of the holy flame space and the holy flame on our body can we have a chance to survive. Mu Yingying smiled. Holy flame space. As soon as Mu Yingying's voice fell, she didn't hesitate, her beautiful eyes closed slightly, and suddenly bursts of blue flames continued to cover her body. The azure blue flame just appeared, and suddenly the blood-colored gas emerged with a trace of fear, and retreated far away. Holy flame space, condense it for me. Seeing the azure holy flame constantly wrapping up the blood-colored gas, Mu Yingying's beautiful eyes suddenly opened, and she snorted softly. Not good, it's another holy flame. At this time, Xiao complexion couldn't help but change greatly. Obviously, the power produced by the combination of 2 holy flames is not comparable to ordinary powerhouses. Success, success. Mu Yingying's breath became a little weaker when she saw the power of the blue holy flame wrapping all the blood arrays displayed by the blood sky, but she knew that she had already displayed the holy flame space now. Trapping the blood array in it. This is the source of holy flame. I'll leave the rest to you. After a while, an azure blue holy flame crystal on Mu Yingying's body slowly fell off her jade hand, and then directly handed it over to Mu Yingying. To Xiao Yang. Yes. Xiao Yang originally wanted to refuse, but when he thought that there were still Yang Kai and Gorfiend outside, he accepted it. What a huge power of holy flame. Just after receiving Mu Yingying's holy flame crystal, bursts of dazzling blue flames also appeared on Xiao Yang's body. At this time on Xiao Yang, the azure flame and the khaki flame appeared at the same time. Although the azure flame was extremely repelling Xiao Yang, with Sheng Yangjing in hand, it was obvious that the resistance was not too strict, but Xiao Yang was a little puzzled that, even if he temporarily owns Mu Yingying's holy flame crystal, he still can't know the holy flame information of this girl. However, the azure holy flame was still extremely repelling to Xiao Yang, but fortunately Xiao Yang possessed Fenju and suppressed him temporarily. Blood heaven. It's time to end. Xiao Yang didn't have time to think about it. The 2 saint flame crystals of different colors in his hand slowly exuded an extremely fiery halo, covering Xiao Yang's whole body. How can it be? How could it be possible to use the power of 2 holy flames at the same time? And when Xiao saw the 2 colors of holy flames emanating from Xiao Yang's body at the same time, he immediately lost all his fighting spirit, like a lamb being slaughtered by others. Die. Xiao Yang didn't care about the blood sky at all. The burning art in his body was running at a high speed, and the constant source power in the 2 holy flame crystals directly turned into 2 huge beams of light that penetrated the sky and the earth, directly facing the blood sky. Shoot away. Xiao didn't make any resistance, and was easily penetrated by Xiao Yang's second beam of holy flame light. The next moment, the evil blood-colored gas also slowly dissipated. As for the sky, the moment the soul and the body of the heavenly stem were penetrated by the holy flame beam, it became illusory, and then shattered in a short time, completely dissipated in this piece of heaven and earth. Senior brother, I have already helped you a little bit of revenge for your revenge. Until this time, Xiao Yang's pupils responded with some relief. So far, the 4 members of the Shenling royal family, including the 4 envoys of the Gorfians, all fall in the hands of Xiao Yan. This video will end here.